Members of the Fly Music Society, welcome back to the channel. So today we are live again. I'm doing a fun live birthday stream. We got people in the chat. Today we're gonna go through some of Arwen's photography's dono requests, and this first one is going to be Disturb the Sounds of Silence. Obviously, I know the original song, Simon and Garfunkel, great song. I think it's an underrated song. I know a lot of people like that song, but I just think the type of song that it is amazing. Also, chat, say hi to YouTube, say hi to chat. For those of you that are new to the channel, what we do here is we watch the video or listen to the song. I interject here and there where I feel it's important, and then at the end we talk about the message, we talk about the music. Also, members are live on my YouTube. Perks on my for YouTube members and Patreon members are the same. Exclusive videos specifically made for members, early access to videos like this, member shoutouts, dibs on what reactions I do next. I want to get into this. I heard that his vocals on this are amazing. I saw that the charismatic voice, she did this one as well. I haven't watched it yet, obviously, so I'm excited to get into this. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I gotta cover it for copyright because I'm not getting blocked again. All right, let's get into this Disturb the Sound of Silence official video 4K upgrade. Let's get it. Why are you lighting the piano on fire? What's that?
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping.
Again, we have this soft vocal fry at the beginning. Little bit of air coming out of his mouth, right? To get hello darkness. Like he's barely letting air out, letting sound out. He naturally has this I almost said disturbed. He naturally has that distortion. We know he has that distortion because of their normal music, right? I do think he's an underrated vocalist. Disturb got a lot of slack for the type of music they were. So far, I really like the vocals. Having the slow, soft piano in the background to match his slow, soft-spoken vocals. Chef's kiss. That vibrato is giving chills.
Softly creeping, left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
For me, right, Sound of Silence, I actually haven't really analyzed the lyrics. I'm going to turn this on. I haven't actually analyzed the lyrics because I didn't really start doing that till we did these reactions, but I feel like Sounds of Silence, for me personally, with things that I struggle with, being left alone with my thoughts in silence is a no-no. When I sleep, I have headphones on that I can use, like lay with, and I have music going, whether it's, you know, lo-fi music or it depends what I feel on that day, but I always have music going. I like the visuals here where like all of the instruments are either out of reach, they're being destroyed, they're being burned, like further bringing to fruition that there's silence, complete silence. Is his name David? Yeah. I believe David has had issues with mental health in the past, right? The Trolls movie. My kids are right now they're super into Turning Red. And then there's another one, but those are the ones that constantly, those songs are always stuck in my head and it sucks.
In my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone.
You guys are gonna hate me. I want to hear this live too. I know he can sing. I know he can hit the notes. I know he can do all that stuff. Mainstream production companies like to tone correct just so the held notes are not so far, the vibratos are not so far off. I think I'm hearing tone correction. It's a pet peeve of mine. It's not the artist's fault. They are not in charge of that. It could just be the production is very open, so it sounds like that.
Streams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light.
Eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light. So blinding, so bright. It feels like your eyes are being stabbed. Having had my eye actually stabbed, I'm going to say probably not. But in case you guys didn't know, I had a work accident where I was screwing some little flimsy piece of plastic, trying to get the screw in there, couldn't see, and I missed. Went it right into my eyeball. Fun times. So I'm basically legally blind in this eye. So if you see it drifting or anything like that, that's why. We've got the heavier piano now, heavier bass piano with the guitar.
And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people.
I feel like when he's hitting those high notes, it almost sounds operatic. Like he could do justice to kind of an opera song. It's really cool. And his tone is very, very clear. You don't really notice it when you listen to their early stuff because it's a lot of hard rock and the, you know, the growls and the fry screams and stuff. But his tone is super clear for the type of music that they play.
Talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs and voices never share, and no one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms and I might reach you.
I like that kind of little bit of a change in the vocals. Take my arm. Right there. I'm no professional vocalist. You guys know this already. But I did dabble in singing backup vocals. I can go really low. I can go pretty high in falsetto. To be able to have a steady tone like that in the fry, not necessarily fry, but with that distortion, without hurting your voice, all that stuff we've talked about before, it's very difficult to the untrained person, right? If you're not trained correctly, trying to do that vocal that he just did, you could hurt yourself. You could hurt your voice. This is something that he's obviously worked on. I want to hear it one more time. I like that even in the recording, you see how he's actually singing it in the recording, at least this part, because you're seeing the almost his face move with the vibrato that he does with his voice. A lot of people use their vocal cords for it. A lot of people use their mouth for it. There's different ways to do the vibrato. It seems like his is coming from deep within his vocal, his vocal cords, because it's moving his entire throat, his entire, sounded like SpongeBob, his entire throat, his entire mouth.
sign flashed out his warning, and the words that it was forming. In the sign said the words on the prophets are written on the subway walls, in tenement halls, and whispered in the sound of silence.
Little orchestral ending there. So I want to talk about the visuals because I feel like as a musician, it's very, very important to me, and unintended, it struck a chord with me. I think, the whole visuals here is basically everybody's writing, right? Nobody's talking to each other. The best way to kill the deadliness of silence, right? Their best way that they see is through music. We saw them all writing down music notes. They all had music sheets. They're all waiting for the band to get there to kill the sound of silence. And I think, we can get into a whole debate about the school system right now here in the States and everything ailing that and some of the stuff that they're putting into laws and stuff. But for a long time, I remember when I was in school, we had music class, and we had music class once, sometimes twice a week. My daughter's in elementary school and she's doing music class like once a quarter. I know funding to schools right now is shit, so I can understand why they don't really have a music program. But I think that's sad. I think music, look at this community that's being built right now. We found that music can connect people in different ways. It can heal in so many different ways. And it's sad that music is kind of being left behind, but it is what it is. I mean, we can't control that. All we can do is share music that we love with our kids and hope that they in turn share that with their friends, and then they share that with their family, and it just becomes this exploratory cycle, right? Armin's Photography, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I didn't get to that the last stream, but I told you I would get to it eventually, and we did that. It definitely is a wake-up call, and I hope it affected some people in some way to realize the healing power of music, for sure. For those of you who like this video, please make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It helps the channel out a lot. I really appreciate sometimes going through bands that I've heard of and love, doing covers that I haven't heard before. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments. If there's another Disturbed song you want me to do, please let me know. I appreciate that so much. It brings more content to the channel. This was awesome. Thank you so much, Armin's Photography, for that. And please do remember that good vibes are contagious.